Well, she inspired so many with her portrayal of Lieutenant, now Commander Uhura on Star Trek, but there are so many more facets to actress Nichelle Nichols' life. And she's joining us here today.
It's why you heard us talking a few moments ago.
Yes,
we were so excited to
she's
meet
here.
her. Yeah.
Good to see you.
How are you?
It's my honor to be here with you. Thank you.
You look beautiful.
Thank you so much.
We're here on a day where we're reflecting on Martin Luther King Jr., who was a friend of yours and who inspired you.
Yes.
Today, how do you feel about that?
I still feel as if he was my best friend. He was a wonderful human being. And I could talk to him about anything, and vice versa. We were very close friends.
Did you meet in the South?
Huh?
Did you meet in the South?
No, I'm from Chicago, and I think we met in Chicago. It's like I've known him for so long, but I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I travel so much, so. And Chicago's my home.
Okay.
So I think it was Chicago.
We were just playing the sound bites a few moments ago, and every time we hear him speak, you sort of get chills up your spine, you get a little chicken skin, and you just said a few moments ago, you're sort of the same way.
The same way as what?
You get sort of taken back when you hear him speak. He's such a powerful voice and such a strong figure.
Oh, yes. It's a great, great man. Yeah. And to know that he was a friend of mine makes it even... more a little shaky, but more wonderful at the same time.
You know, you look back today, especially with news, when, example, a shooting happened yesterday and everyone knows immediately and we cover it and there's social media and Twitter and everything. How did you find out that he had been assassinated? Was it like on the news that night, or did a friend call you? I
can't even remember.
Yeah.
It was like, no, it wasn't, I didn't get it on the news. I think someone called me, a mutual friend, and and said they didn't want me to know, except to know from them, from him, and it was... It was heartbreaking. It was heartbreaking.
You know, he had gotten death threats before, and he always said that would be how he would die.
Yes,
but 39 years old. 39 years old, you never expected.
And nobody even dreamed that it would happen, you know, that it would happen that way. I know that there were a lot of people who resented him, you know, because he was always right on the nose, right on. And it was difficult for some people to really understand how somebody like that could really know things and could hold it like that and not be, oh, I know, you know, not be arrogant about it. He was a wonderful man.
You always sort of look for that second person. So when you see Dr. King, you knew him personally.
Yes.
Who reminds you of Dr. King today?
I don't know that anyone does. I know a lot of wonderful people, you know, so I'm not saying there's no one, but there's no one like him. And everyone who knew him loved him the same way. You know, they just couldn't see anyone different from him. He was a wonderful man.
And he also influenced your career. You were on Star Trek. The story goes that you wanted to get off of Star Trek, and you were like, I'm going to leave the show. And he was like, no, you're not.
No,
you're
not. He didn't say, oh, you shouldn't. He said, no, you're not.
Yes.
And I didn't. And I was grateful for everything that he meant to me, you know. And when he said, no, you're not, I said, no, I'm not.
So you really respected his opinion.
I guess I'm not.
Yeah. Why do you think he recommended that you stay on the show? Why was he so adamant about that?
He said I belonged there. I belonged, and that what I brought to it, wherever I went, you know, people wanted to know, and that was before he died. You know, that people wanted to know about him, and I understood that. And it was a great, great honor on my part to have known him.
If someone put a genie bottle right in front of you and said, you could tell Dr. King one thing right now in heaven about something that happened on earth since he's died, what's the one thing you would tell him that's happened?
That almost everything that came out of his mouth was understood and appreciated and grasped as something that they had to know. Yes, 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 you know, friends, strangers, whatever he never said anything that he didn't deeply mean. And it always seemed to hit someone right where they needed it, and it certainly affected me that way. And I was a very good friend. We were very good friends, you know, and to have other people hear what he'd have to say, what he was about. What he was about was the most beautiful thing about him. About being on the same planet with him.
Those are big words. Nichelle, thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate it. And if you guys get a chance, she has a biography, Beyond Uhura, out too. So check her book out. We really appreciate you sharing stories.
In addition to that, you look terrific. I mean, you really do.
Thank you.
She does.
Yeah, good for you.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.